Hello, and welcome to Friday night series, How to Pray. I'm your host, the Reverend Doctor, and this segment is going to be about prayer. Daniel chapter 6, verse 10. Daniel chapter 6, verse 10. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem. He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed, and he gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. If you're too busy, anybody that's too busy to pray, you're too busy. Now we know that Daniel was considered a prime minister when they were taken into captivity. So Daniel was an important man. He had a whole lot of responsibility. But he found time, he made time to pray 3 times a day. And it became his habit. So it should be our habit to pray. So in this series, we're going to talk about prayer. We're going to go through some principles of prayer. And then we're going to answer some questions about prayer. But I want you to take this journey with me on how to pray. How do we pray? One of the first principle of prayer is prayer is very important. It should be so important in your life that you make time for it. That you make time in your busy schedule to pray, as Daniel did. See, Daniel prayed 3 times a day. Now, I know, some of us will, I could do 3 times a day, and then you get busy. But here Daniel made that part of his daily routine. And we need to make prayer part of our daily routine. As soon as we get up in the morning. Before we go to bed at night. Sometime in the middle of the day. That's 3 prayers right there. That's 3 prayers right there. A prayer in the morning when you get up. A prayer at night before you go to bed. And a prayer during the day. By yourself. During the lunch break. That's 3 times a day. Make it a habit. They say if you do something 7 times, it becomes a habit. So if you do that 3 times a day for 7 days, then it becomes a habit. So that, what do we do in prayer? It's very important. Sometimes they say prayer is more important than getting degrees from a university. Prayer is more important, sometimes they say, than money. Well, we always know it's more important than money. But a good prayer life. That's what we need. We need a good prayer life. So this Friday night series, we're going to go through and we're going to improve our prayer life. And I know at the end of this, we will have an improved prayer life. That's what the key is. That's what this Friday night series is about. In learning how to pray. That's our Friday night series. How to pray. Because prayer has to be an important part of our lives. Prayer is very important. Very, very important. Principle number 2. No one is ever too busy, too blessed, or too successful to pray. You ain't too blessed that you can't pray. You surely ain't too busy to pray. And you definitely are not too successful that you cannot pray. But what happens is some of us, we pray and then we start getting things that we were hoping for, and things start coming our way, and then all of a sudden we stop going to Bible study because we got the new car, we got the new house, we got those things, and then we stop coming to Bible study. Then we start falling off. Then you say, well, I didn't, miss my prayer today during lunch, so I'll do it tomorrow. And then you keep procrastinating, and sooner or later you find yourself not praying at all. Because you done got busy during the day. You done got too busy, too successful. Oh boy, and too blessed. I don't know how you could be too blessed to pray, And I don't know how you can not keep a prayer life. I know, some people don't. And I mean, look, I don't, listen, that's you. That's you. But I'm telling you now that if you want to know, if you want to improve your prayer life, then tune into this show on Friday nights. And then we'll talk about it. And we'll go after ways that we can improve our prayer life. Prayer is our source of power and protection. That's prayer. That's our source. That's our power. Remember, Daniel realized that that's where he gets his strength. Even though he was in captivity, that's where he get his strength. That's where he get his strength. Now, if we looking for strength, prayer life. That prayer strength is stronger than anything that you could think of. Any man-made object, whatever, prayer is stronger than that. And prayer never misses the mark. So if that's where our strength and our protection is, prayer never misses the mark. So tonight I want you to think about it. Prayer, the principle number 1, prayer is very important. Principle number 2, no one is ever too busy, too blessed, or too successful to pray. And principle number 3, prayer is the source of our power and protection. We need to improve our prayer life. Is what we need to do. We need to improve our prayer life. So come with me on this journey, on this series, in this segment of Friday Night Series, on how to pray. And I guarantee you that your prayer life will improve. Your prayer life will improve. Well, I'm the host, the Reverend Doctor, and this is Friday Night Series, How to Pray. And I will sign off by saying, if you're too busy to pray, you're too busy. If you're too busy to pray, you're too busy. And in all getting, get prayer. May God have mercy on our souls.